Rosa Realtors. I wanted to send out a broker message today to go over a new policy within La Rosa Realty. For those of you that have actually attended any one of our branch office meetings over the last week, you may have already heard directly from me, or you may have actually already received an email as well from corporate. Effective immediately, any realtor that is going to be passing on a transaction fee to a client must do so using our disclosures. 100% has to be our disclosures from this point on. At the end of the day, if you go through the actual disclosure itself, which is now available and really always has been on Back Agent, you'll see that you're protected literally from A to Z in multiple ways throughout the transaction. So from this point on, again, we're going to require all agents that are passing on their transaction fees to do so only using our disclosure. If we receive any of the documentation, we will not approve it unless you come directly to us prior and ask or explain your scenario. Now, a couple of things in regards to transaction fees. We are doing this because we have a service that we offer, and that's a very simple service, such as our digital vault storage program, which will store documents in our cloud server, and also we'll be able to give our clients a package as well with all the documents in a CD. So another question that has come up lately too as well is, well, what about can I charge more than what the transaction fee is? The answer to that is yes and no, really. You cannot charge more than $295. Right? We capped it off at $295 is because that is what our transaction coordinator cost is. So the disclosures were originally created for that. We want you to stick around the transaction fee number, which is $230. If you're going to go over $295, we will not allow it unless you contact us directly at the corporate office, and we'll talk on a one-on-one basis. But we want to keep it obviously to a point where we're not going to get flagged. We're getting a lot of, or we're hearing about a lot of different brokers right now that are getting certain scenarios come up in play that are basically creating headaches. We want to do this to protect you, protect your license, or protect our company and our brand. So that new policy is effective immediately. Again, you can find our disclosures online on Back Agent. So a couple other quick updates for you. Our market leader sites have actually had a few different upgrades. There's a new business suite that's been added so that you can actually create postcards, different marketing material that you can now generate directly from the actual site itself. There's a website that we want you to go to. You can see a lot of great new videos too. It's marketleader.com/best-practices.com. Again, it's marketleader.com/best-practices.com. Also, real estate for kids. We've been talking about it for some time. We are now getting ready to build our realtor network. And for those of you that have an interest, we will have a notice go out actually next week with a link now into our realtor network site, so that you can go onto that site and actually register. What we're going to do is actually look for certain realtors to cover certain zip codes. So if you can imagine, if you ever used let's just say any one of these REO type websites where you can generate leads, you had to select a zip code, or kind of like a Zillow.com. You select a zip code and you'd have so many agents allowed to work that zip code. We're going to structure it the same way. So it's very important that if you have an interest to work a certain part of your market, please go ahead and register for that zip code ASAP. We have a couple other updates too in regards to in-house procedures. For those of you that are looking to utilize any of our offices, again, every branch office is available to any La Rosa Realtor. You need to contact the corporate office to schedule a time if you're going to use, let's say, the Lake Nona office, if you typically use our Hunters Creek office. That way we can coordinate to make sure that our schedules won't overlap in any way. So you're going to contact the corporate office and speak to Shayla, and she'll coordinate that for you. And our last item here is, don't forget our recruiting initiative. Again, if you are able to recruit 5 realtors by July 31st, we're going to send you and one other person on a 4-day cruise. So I think at this point right now we have about at least a half a dozen agents that are getting very, very close. And we'll probably be over about a dozen agents, I think, within Central Florida by itself, that'll probably hit this goal. So we look forward to having you all help us grow, because that's what it's all about, organic growth. And we have a new discovery video coming out as well that will send out a link via our back agent notices. So check that out when you get a chance, and we'll talk soon. Take care.